her comedy routine, whether you like it or not, is kind of a large, loud, in your face, bit. So she caught a lot of slack for being in this film, and a lot of these like First Amendmenters were coming at her pretty tough on Twitter. A lot of them compared her to a gorilla, things like that. You know how Twitter can be really gross. Well, this dude, Emilio Yiannopoulos, jumped onto the bandwagon as well. And when he jumped onto the bandwagon, it wasn't a person tweeting at Leslie Jones. It was at this point a racist bigotry Twitter army going at Leslie Jones by his one or two or three or handfuls of tweets going back and forth with her and basically encouraging her, encouraging his followers to go at her. And he's notorious for doing tactics like he will take a tweet that you didn't tweet and he will Photoshop it to put in words that you didn't say to him, and then he will retweet that image like you said that. And for the most part, some people who are intelligent know that it was a Photoshop image, and that was it's basically like a text lie. But for a lot of the ignorant, which I feel like is a large chunk of the population, they take it as the gospel. So they all dogpiled this. They all dogpiled on Leslie Jones, and it was bad. It was super tragic, and she left Twitter because of this, and that's when Twitter banned Emilio Yiannopoulos, and people lost their shit, and they all screamed First Amendment, First Amendment, First Amendment. You can't ban Emilio. Well, of course they can. Because he can still spit out his hatred and he can still have all of his followers, but they're going to have to find another platform to be hateful from and to spew out that hatred. And they did. And this is not confirmed, but I am willing to stake any amount of money that the people who hacked Leslie Jones' account and put out such personal information as well as her sexual pictures, also hacked her website and put pictures up of Harambe, the gorilla that was killed. They are directly attached to this, not this person, but this type of person, where they felt like someone was injustice and this black chick did it and they were going to take her down. At the end of the day, Leslie Jones is still the victim and the ongoing victim. And Katy Perry tweeted about it, and maybe she'll get a little bit more justice and in life. But for the most part, most people don't care because she's a black woman who looks like a black woman. She doesn't look like a black woman who looks like what America would consider a good-looking woman. She is just an everyday woman. She's just a woman, and because she doesn't have this striking beauty, not to compare, not to put her on like a Beyonce level, but this type of shit wouldn't happen to Beyonce, because people care about Beyonce and she's talented, but she's also very beautiful, and she has the blonde hair and the beautiful skin. And I think that if people came for Beyonce like they did Leslie Jones, like, we would be having a different conversation. But that's not the case. Not to say that I don't like Beyonce or, she should be going through any type of this type of thing. Beyonce is a fantastic performer. I sure as hell don't want the Beehive after me. I'm just saying that for comparison. They're almost like two opposite ends of a coin, where Beyonce represents... up until that Super Bowl event, I'm pretty sure most people didn't recognize Beyonce as being African American. They just thought she was Beyonce. And then she came out with like the blackity black blacks of all Super Bowl events, and people were blown away that she would have the arrogance and the audacity to have a racial identity. So if that, I truly believe the truest victim here is Leslie Jones, and my heartfelt sympathy goes out to her. I wish that there was something more I could do besides talk about it on the podcast. and spread awareness. But this is the platform that I have at the moment, and yeah. So hopefully you guys are educated and help out Les Dog. Like this shit's bad. Staying on the same topic of social media, we're going to slide into Anthony Weiner. Anthony Weiner has a problem. Simple as that. I'm pretty sure this guy has some form of addiction or a mental off-putting situation. Something is just not right in his head. Who is Anthony Weiner, you may ask? Well, Anthony Weiner was a Democratic congressman for New York until 2012 when he got caught up in a sexting scandal. And you're like, oh, okay, well, sexting isn't that bad. This is true. He is married. His wife's name is Yuma Hadin, and she's also in the political machine. She's a Democrat, and she's rose into prominence rather recently for being one of Hillary Clinton's go-to gals. So yeah, he got caught in 2012 sexting. Not that big of a deal, I guess you could say. Boys will be boys. That's how America likes to justify it when guys step out of pocket. So as he's running for mayor of New York in 2013, just a year later, he was gaining some traction. It looked like he was going to get his career back and bounce back and put all that ugliness behind him. He is actually caught sexting again. Under the name of Carlos Danger, which is fucking hilarious. Like, why of all names to be Carlos Danger? Why are you sexting using social media? Like, he actually got caught trying to slide into some girl's DMs with a dick pic, and the pic didn't make it to the DMs. It just made it to the regular timeline, and all of his followers got a glimpse of Mr. Weiner, and like that's stupid. Like, that's dumb. And if you get caught once and your girl accepts you and works you out, you get caught twice, and you would think that you would learn your lesson. If you don't learn your lesson, as a lot of sick people do, because they don't think that they're sick. They think that their behavior is natural. They believe that by their God-given talent, well, not talent, as their God-given right as men, they are born to just lust after women, and it's socially acceptable, and they don't have to control themselves. You would think that a smart luster would maybe not use Twitter, and I don't know, maybe use WhatsApp or Snapchat, or I don't know, just watch weird shit on TV, or play crazy Japanese video games like the Japanese dudes do with their crazy VR shit. You would think that would be the case, but if that was the case, obviously I would not be talking to you about Anthony Weiner today. He recently just got caught into another sexting scandal where he was sexting with a middle-aged divorcee for about the last 19 months. So since 2013, when his last sexting scandal as Carlos Danger pretty much cost him his campaign in NYC, he's been there pretty much a stay-at-home dad. And his wife, Yuma, has been out there just, earning the bread, bringing home the bacon, keeping the legacy alive, keeping their family tradition strong. And he's been tasked with staying home and taking care of the kids. And he was out there in the streets again. It's almost like he can't help himself. He got caught sexting, sending very, very suggestive pictures out into the world. And not only was he like sending these pictures out there, in one of the pictures, his son was actually laying next to him. And it's just bad taste. Like this man was a Democrat. He was in Congress. He tried to run for mayor. Like, obviously he has some level of intelligence, but it's just the power of the wrong head. that would make him send a picture where you can blatantly see, like, he's in his drawers, the imprint of his John is out, and, you know, right next to him is the kid. It's not like the kid's, like, in a doorway or something. Like, he's laying down, and the kid's kind of laying next to him, you know, doing kid stuff, like playing games and stuff, while his dad's over here sexting and being gross, while his mom is out there, you know, working to, you know, clean up their name and bring home some good, and bring home the bacon. It's super disgusting. And to make matters worse, today, which is August 29th, 2016, his wife, Huma Hadeen, has filed for separation. So they are now going through the separation process. And their kid is going to be raised in a single-parent household until one of them remarries. But it's going to be a very public situation. And I come from a broken home. My parents didn't, you know, they got divorced when I was fairly young, and at the time it was a very traumatic situation and incident, but it was very contained. When I say contained, it wasn't on the fucking news, and people didn't know what happened. I just showed up in a new state, in a new school, and people just thought that I moved there, and that was just that. Like, I didn't have to deal with the social aspect of my parents' divorce until I was a much older person and I was working on relationships of my own. But this poor kid is going to it's going to be a thing. He's going to be dropped off at preschool, daycare. He can't be homeschooled forever. Elementary school. It's going to follow him that, you know, his dad is the one that was, you know, caught sexting 3 times using the same damn app. And it's messed up, man. Like, it's super fucked up, and I think it also falls down into this whole masculinity thing that we have going on, where men are taught culturally to just be dickheads for the most part. And even if it just seems like a continuing cycle of allowed dickheadish behavior and allowed, you know, masculine privilege to, you know, let you chalk it up to just being a boy and, you know, acting out, and, you know, you have good intentions, and it doesn't work that way. And we as men should be more responsible for not only our sexual behavior, but the way that we treat the way that we treat women in our society, because, you know, every woman has a father, and not every father has a daughter, but, you know, every woman has a father. So these fathers who are out there, you know, just being, you know, sexist motherfuckers, they got daughters. So you will want your daughter to be taken care of. And if every man treated every woman like he would want his daughter to be treated, then I do believe this world would be a much better place for everyone. Yeah. So that wraps us up for the week. I would like to leave out with a let 'em cook. I know we didn't do a let 'em cook last week because I really kind of felt like there was nothing in the news to let that shit cook. But I want to talk about Colin Kaepernick for a second, the San Francisco 49er player who refuses to stand for the national anthem. And I was in the military. I served my time. I was in there for a decent amount of time, and I support this. I not only support it as an African American, I support it as a veteran, because it is the freedom to choose. That is what America is based on. That is the foundation of this place, or as they would like to swing it to us, the way they like to sell it to us, is that we can choose to do whatever we want as long as it doesn't hurt anyone else. It's supposed to be the land of the free. So if he doesn't want to stand up and salute the flag because he feels like there's social injustice, hey man, let that man cook. Like, let him fucking cook. He's already said that he doesn't care if he gets cut from the 49ers. He's not backing down. And this is the type of social responsibility that I like to see. Is it